Last season I did get hurt. It was really difficult for me, especially being in the position I was in. I kind of looked at last year being a season for me to kind of grow into that position. And basically, I just kind of took that injury as a lesson, especially throughout the season, just allowing me to grow as a player, looking at the game, especially me being a player that only had 2 years of experience in high school. I really just sat back and looked at that year as a way for me to grow and learning the game, taking everything from Gino and looking at the things that Jack was doing, especially Dane at the cast position, just looking at the way offenses were trying to attack us from teams in the Big Ten, so I'll be prepared for this year. And then, going into the summer, I just did everything I could that Coach Parker was asking me to do. I pretty much put myself into a position to be able to play and contribute this year. And that's simple. I mean, we're in the film room pretty much all the time, 24/7, especially SDBs, where we put in extra hours in the film room. We see the things that officers are trying to do, and then Coach Parker does a great job in breaking down the other team's offense and knowing what could potentially hurt us going on into the game. So we pretty much go through everything throughout the week. Then, like I said, us DBs, we go through extra film work. So whatever we think can hurt us, we pretty much prepare for it on the field. So once we see something, we automatically instinctively react to it. So I think that's what really helps us on the field and reacting to those plays and those balls. From Gino and Amani, they basically were two great people I could look at behind. My freshman year, Amani, every time I had a chance to ask him a question, especially going in and starting from camp, every time I had a question or something I didn't know, he was right there to help me. And he always would tell me, just watch what I'm doing, especially in practice. And everything he did, I put that in the back of my brain, the way he played, the way he instinctively was able to see things, especially the way he watched film. Also, Jake, not only Monty, but Jake, I kind of looked at the way things that Jake did on the field as well. And then Gino's a tremendous player. I kind of watched the film from him last year in the way that he was reacting to plays, in the way that he saw things. And I think those two guys were some great people for me to look at, great people for me to play after. And then that hit, it pretty much gave me a lot of confidence, especially that being kind of like one of the first games I got my feet wet in. It kind of just set in stone that I was able to play at this level, that I was able to do the things that I could do.
I've been very fortunate. There's some unfortunate things that happened, but your name's called, so you got to take the opportunity and run with it. There's always room for improvement, and I know I got to do better on some things in the run game and in the pass game, but I'm just happy for the opportunity, and hopefully we can help the team out. Just coming to work daily with the team and having everybody there to support me really helped, especially in the weight room, just getting stronger and faster and being ready when your opportunity comes, because you never know when it'll be. There's always more room to gain. There's set numbers you want to reach, but as long as you have goals and you keep pushing yourself and working hard towards those goals, the sky's the limit. And I think I can keep getting stronger and faster and keep gaining a little more weight, and all those things will benefit me on the field. Yeah, there's certainly things I found that I need to work on, but definitely going out to practice every day definitely helps, because we're going against guys, some of the best guys in the country as well. Going against the defensive front every day definitely helped me prepare for game day and the teams that we faced. There's always room for improvement, like I said, and it definitely opened my eyes a little bit to realize, like, I can get things done, but I still got to improve to do them better. Being successful in the running game's definitely all about being together as a unit, all 5 guys up front, and including the tight ends and the backs reading our blocks. I think over the last few years here, we've really been able to mesh as a group and slowly start to grow our roles and understand your role and what your job is on the field, and understanding conceptual football and playing together as a unit.
Yeah, Jeff, it's definitely a crazy season so far. Still trying to get used to the, not having fans in the stadium. Started off fairly well, I'd say, 4 out of 4, and then obviously kind of disappointing the last 2 days. Kind of watching the Masters this week, I'm a big golf guy. I saw Tiger Woods hit a 10 on a par 3 that he's probably played hundreds of times. He's probably hit that club that he used thousands of times. And then he ended up finishing, I think, 5 under in his last 6 holes. So that basically comes down to how you respond, how you carry yourself mentally and physically, and that's what I'm looking to do.
Is it a good portrait, a good likeness of you?
They didn't give me an opportunity to shave my face, so my mom may be upset. I was thinking of getting a tattoo somewhere up here. So no, I got away with it. The portrait looks great. They did a very good job on it. It's fun to see me next to Josie because I think I'm like flexing my neck a little bit. So I look a little bit bigger than him. Yeah, again, it just comes down to communication and doing the right thing. That's what our program is founded on, and that's what we will continue to do every day. We can't do anything about the past. All we can do is, how we control our attitudes and efforts during the present and the future. And that's basically what it comes down to is our communication with everyone. If you're uncomfortable, then speak up. It's on us as seniors, as leaders, to say something when we don't see anything, or if we see something that's not going on right. And yeah, it just comes down to being mature. I think one thing that helped me a lot, or that I wish I would have realized was, if you grow in maturity at a very young age, then that'll help you in your professional career, athletically, academic, everything.
The last month, I talked to Nate a few times because Nate's one of my close friends and a great, mentor in a way. Just, especially after those first couple ball games where things really weren't going our way, reaching out to him, how to deal with different things. And, he has plenty of advice, plenty of experience, and it was really helpful. And yeah, you mentioned, Ricky Stanzi and those guys. I spoke to him in the summer, and he presented to us quarterbacks over Zoom, as did Brad Banks, Drew Tate. So I have plenty of resources there. Yeah, I mean, obviously, any road game represents a unique challenge. Need to have special road focus and make sure we're locked in there. And their record is almost irrelevant. They're a really talented team, and they're really close a lot of these games. And I think that the worst thing we could do would be to look at their record and take these guys lightly because they're a really talented team. They have some really good players, and they're going to be it's going to be a good game on Saturday. They're going to bring a good fight, so we need to be ready.
Thank you.
Takes a lot of preparation. I wouldn't say I have any secret formula yet, but it's just been, I feel like I'm improving every week and getting more comfortable every week. So it's been nice. And, just letting the game come to me, going out there and playing ball and let the playmakers do what they can. Getting these guys the ball, making the makeable plays. That's kind of what it takes to win games. And last couple of weeks we've done a good job of that. Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing with taking shots a lot of time is just making sure that it's there. A lot of teams we've played, they've made an emphasis to take those things away because they know the kind of talent we have outside. But certainly, anytime there's an opportunity for a shot down the field, I want to take it. And we're going to continue to work on that. Anytime it's there, anytime the opportunity is there to take a downfield shot, I'm going to go for it. And yeah, one of these times they'll work out.
What makes you guys so stingy on defense?
I think it comes back to the way we practice each and every day, the preparation we put into it, and then going out there playing our best football. Starts in the back end, then to us, then to the D-line, being your correct alignment, knowing your assignment, your technique, playing fundamentally sound, and just doing your job and doing that collectively, everyone out there on the same page. Yeah, I think just taking watching the film after every game and implementing that into the practice and knowing that we can get better every week. Just wanting to prove to week, day by day, every practice, with our communication, with our techniques, being where we need to be, anticipation. Each week, you can take something from the previous week and improve on it, so we can continue to play our best football and better football. No, we just see it as doing whatever we can to help the team. I know when I was on the sideline, I was, trying to act like I was out there. So then when he came off, I could give him what I saw, and then he would do the same thing for me. So it helps each of us out, so we can play faster. It's, another set of eyes that knows exactly what we need to do, so we can work together, and we can go out there and see things faster in that way. Yeah, I think it's just having good leadership, having guys that are bought in, having guys that don't want to be winners, want to be compete every day. Because I mean, what you do when times are tough says a lot. So just having guys that want to compete every day will translate in the coming weeks, and you just got to focus on that.
I think we're doing a pretty good job when the ball is thrown. I feel like we're catching it. Obviously, I think we can always get better in some situations. Third and long, I feel like we can do better in that. Just passing and catching overall. But overall, I do think we're in a good spot. Yeah, it definitely does. Just knowing the team blitzes a lot, you always gotta be on your P's and Q's and just make sure you're paying attention and being aware of who's blitzing and what gap they're blitzing in. So this week, as we know that Penn State does blitz a lot, so us as receivers, we gotta be in connection with the quarterback and make sure that we're seeing eye to eye and we're both on the same page. So far, I feel like that they're still Penn State. There's obviously they have some things to work out. From looking at a couple days of film, they have a couple miscommunications on defense that half the defense is running something and half the other defense is running something else. So, but they're still got a great coach. They still got a good defensive coordinator. They still got great athletes on the whole roster. So we still got to treat them as if this is just another game, as if they're 4-0 and they're 7th ranked in the nation. So we're taking this as if that they're not 4-0, as this is still the same Penn State that beat us the last 3 years.
Last time we talked to you, you said you were going to take a knee during the national anthem. What did that mean to you to actually get to follow through with that? A couple weeks ago.
It feels good. I feel like I get to express myself the way I want to express myself. I think that more than not, most of my teammates feel the same way. Even if they don't kneel or if they do kneel, we still all get to express ourselves the way that we want to express ourselves. So I feel like that was a great opportunity that we all get to have.